Hello everyone and welcome back in another course. This course will be about Microsoft Excel 2019. So in this course I will try to cover all basics of Microsoft Excel 2019. So I'm going to start from zero and until some advanced topic in the Microsoft Excel. So this course will be consist maybe from 4 or 5 videos. So in the first video I'm going to show you the just basics of Excel, like an interface of Excel, the cells, the row, the columns, and so on. So obviously Excel is a part of Microsoft Office package. You have Microsoft Word, we have Microsoft Access, PowerPoint, Publisher, and we have Excel as well. In Microsoft Excel, it's using for analyzing data, using to address data, manipulate data. I mean, you can insert data in the Microsoft Excel as a table or a tabular shape like columns and row, and you can implement or apply some mathematical calculation, statistical calculation on this data. You can show like a graphs or you can present this data as a graph or as a chart or something like this. So the most important thing or the main use of Excel is to analyzing data, to insert data and analyzing this data. Now we'll start just for Excel. First thing, maybe you can go to my computer or this PC. So just double click on it and then just go, for example, in the E drive or anywhere. So I can just create a folder, create just a new folder. You can add your name, for example, in the folder. Inside this folder, I can create a new Excel file. Obviously, first thing you should install Excel or install Microsoft Office package in your computer, and then just right click and new. From a new, we have many things, but we need just Microsoft Excel worksheet. So you can add your name, for example, as well here, and just double click on it to open this file. So the first of all, we have this interface of the Microsoft Office or Microsoft Excel 2019. It will be like this. So here the first thing at the headers called like a ribbon. Here it is like a word exactly. In the ribbon we have a tabs. This is the first tab, for example, the second tab home, insert, and so on. Inside each tab, like this one, like a category of home here, we have something called here commands group. So this one here, clipboard, for example, commands group. This commands group, font, commands group, alignment, also commands group. Inside each group, we have like a commands or like an elements here. For example, this one's called commands or just an element here. You can use anything. First thing we can also here in the top of the ribbon, we have, if you just select that, click here, you can find customize quick access toolbar. This one here is called quick access toolbar. From it is named quick access if we want to implement or apply some commands quickly. For example, here if I want to make a save to the file, save the file, you have to go to the file tab, for example, and then press save. But instead you can just add a save button here in the quick access bar. So quickly we can just click here and just like this. We don't need to find this command inside those tabs, for example. So just quickly from here. So it's called quick access toolbar here. We can customize the quick access toolbar just from here. For example, I can add a new as well. So just add a new. Add this one, for example, for sorting ribbon. You can add anything in the customize email, for example. So you can customize this one here. We can just click here, show ribbon or show below the ribbon, just here below the ribbon. Now here is the ribbon, right? And we can show the quick access toolbar below the ribbon, or we can make it above the ribbon here as well. So it's called the quick access toolbar. Now in the file we can find files. Actually it's like a Word, same thing. So the home here we have a new, so we can create a new blank Excel file, or you can find a template, a built-in template, to just use this template and edit data inside this template. For example, here I can find, if you connect with internet, so you can find the template about anything you want. For example, I can type here accounting just enter, and I can find many templates about accounting using in accounting. So for example, I will select that, double click here or just one click, and will download this from the internet. And you can see now I don't need to start from zero. Here I have like a credit card name, for example, for a credit card, this one, Excel. So if you want to do something like this, you can just edit data inside those tables in the Excel here. It's called template, just from a new file and new, and you can find a template, or of course you can just create a new one, blank Excel file like this. In the open, if you have already have an Excel file in your desktop, for example, on E drive or anywhere, so you can just easily just go to browse and try to find it. For example, in desktop, just here in the left side, you can find the desktop. From here, just desktop. And if you have any Excel file, you can just open it by double click. For example, I have this one. Just double click to open this file. This for open. Information. In the information, you have many information about your file, like the file size, location, path, and so on. And you can protect your file as well from here, or protect your worksheet from here. Just protect worksheet also in Word. You can do that. So just encrypt with password. From here you can add a password 123, for example, and just OK. Again 123, for example, and just OK. Now I protected the file. I just make a save now. Now I save this file. I just go out, close this file, and then start to reopen this file again at the beginning. So just from here I can go to E drive again and try to find this file in the folder called Osama by my name, and this file is called Osama. Now here, as you can see, I cannot use this file without password, so nobody can access this file or see anything. So I just again I will type 123, and now I can use the file because this is protected. If you want to delete or remove this password from the file, so again just go to information. You can see now it is protected, so just select that again, encrypt with password again, and just here you can delete this password and OK. Now it is not protected anymore. This is about file, and here we want in the information. Here we have save and save as. What's the difference between save and save as? I explained that many times also in Word. Same thing, because save, just to save the file in the same location with the same name with the same type. I mean what? For example, now I create my file in the E drive, right? So in the E drive, I named this file Osama with the name Osama. So now when I make just save here, I will just store this file in the same location with the same name. I mean in the E drive with the same name Osama and with the same type, which is Excel file .xls. If I see the file, the extension of the file here, just right click and the properties to find the information about file. So here you can see xlsx. This is the extension of the file or the type of the file. So I just save it in the same name and same location and the same type. But here, save as, if you just go to save as and then browse, so you can change the name of the file. For example, I can name it another thing, Osama2. So I change the name of the file. I can change the location of the file as well. So here I can add it to the, not in the E, but in the desktop instead of that. So just add in desktop. Now I change the name of the file and change the location of the file, and I can change the type of the file as well. Just from here, you can change the type of the file. For example, I can make it PDF file. So just PDF and save. Now I save this file or store this file as a PDF file. Just OK. Now you can see Osama2, this file, but as a PDF file, not as a Excel file. Print, of course, in the print, just you can go to print. Here you can, if your computer connected with the printer, so you can add how many copy you want here, and you can select the printer from here, which printer if you're connected. If you have more than one printer connected with your computer, here you can select print just active sheet or all sheets. For example, you can add a page from page number 1 to page number 3, for example, or anything you want. You can change the orientation, for example, portrait or landscape orientation of the page. Make it A4, A3, letter, or anything, just from here. And here we have page setup at the bottom. In the page setup, also you can change the page orientation. For example, you can change the scaling of the page from here. You can change the type of the paper, A4 or anything, just from here. You can change the margin as well from all directions, from top and bottom, right and left. Header and footer, you can change it, just customize header or customize footer. Just from here you can do anything you want. You can add something in the header or in the footer or something like this. And here sheet as well, you can also change many things here in the sheet. And okay, this is from page setup. Export, also you can export your file and change the type of the file. You can export it as PDF file, or you can just change the file type from here. So you can export your file as any type from here. You can see in the home tab, until here it is like a Word, but after that is different. So now we just try to explain this one. But before that, we explain that we have here quick access toolbar. Just quickly review. And here we have a tabs. Inside tabs we have a comments group. Inside comments group we have a comments. Now here we have a sheet 1, for example. It's called the sheet here. So worksheet, not a page. Here I can create a new one, for example, second one. I can create a third one. Here you can change the name of the sheet. Just right click here and rename. So I can make it sh1, for example, enter, and then or here right click or just double click and sh2. You can just double click on it, sh3, for example. Of course you can change the color as well, just from here right click and tab color. So you can make it in this color, and this one I can as well also change this color. So you can change the color of the tab. Here you can just select it to go to another tab. So you can create many tabs as you want from here. From here you can change the zoom in and zoom out. Here you can make it just a normal page like this, a normal sheet. From here, if you just select that, you can see this page layout is like a page now. To make it like a page, you can see the header. You can write something here. It's like a Word page now. Or here you can see just the part if you add something, if you add the data. Now I didn't add anything, so there is nothing here. If you just select that, you can see page break preview. It will show me just the part of the page when there is a data inside it. So now, for example, if I write something here, for example, and make this, so I will just see this part, right? But most of the time we just need this the normal way, and you can make the zoom here 100% like this. You can delete. Now the worksheet here consists from, we say, it is the Excel tool or Excel software is a type of spreadsheet. Spreadsheet means like a tabular shape or a tabular view. We have columns and rows. So we have columns. This one is called columns. This one column. Columns vertically it's called column, and horizontally like this called row. So the columns from A, B, C, D, and so on, and rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's very important here. We have columns and we have rows here. So the intersection between column and row called cell. The intersection between columns and row, here, for example, this cell, some here, for example, intersection between this one column edge and this one here row. So the intersection between this column and this row called cell. So the cell is intersection between column and row. I mean what? The name of this cell now is edge 8. Edge because the name of the column edge and the name of the row 8. So edge 8 start with the name of the cell. It will be like this. Start from the name of the column with the name of the row. A name box. You can find the name box here. you can see the name of the cell. For example, this one selected M5. Why M5? Because the column M and the row 5 here, and intersection between column and row, it's called cell M5, the name of the cell. Here you can see we have formula bar, so you can find the content of the cell here. If you have a formula, you can find the formula here. I will explain the formula later, but now just you can find the content here in the formula bar. It's important, just not forget that we have a formula bar and we have a name box. Name box, you can find the name of the cell, and in the formula bar you can find the formula or the content of the cell. Now here in the cell you can add something. For example, I can just zoom in a little bit, and I can add, for example, I can add my name here, for example. Just pay attention here, it is an important thing also. The cell, if we just select one click on the cell, one click on the cell, which means you need to edit the cell itself or change something in the cell itself, not in the data inside the cell. I mean what? For example, now I need to change the background color of the cell. The background color not for Osama, not for the content, the data inside the cell, but for the cell itself, right? So just one click, not double click, just one click, and you can change the background color from here. Or it's called, if you just hover here, if you just add the mouse here, it's called fill color or background color, same. So I can change the background color of the cell. Here I can change also the font color. One click on the cell. But if I want to add another thing here, for example, I can add 2, for example. So not if just I make one click and add 2, I will delete Osama and then just add 2. Control and Z to go back. If I want to edit the content of the cell, the data inside the cell, so just double click here and you can add 2. Now double click, I cannot change the cell itself, just change the data inside cell. So I can change the color, for example, from here. I can't do that. So I just go here, selected, I can change the color. But I cannot change by double click, I cannot change the background, for example. I cannot add the border or something. I can just change the data inside the cell. So if you want to edit the data inside the cell, here just double click on it. If you want to select all the cell to change something in the cell, change the format of the cell, background, for example, or add border, you should just go out, select anywhere, and just one click on the cell, so you can do anything you want. For example, I make it blue. Here I can add a border. From here you can add a border. Just from here you can add all border, for example, or just the border will be like a border outside, or just bottom border or top border or anything. Just from here, most of the time we need all border, so we'll add the border around the cell. You can make it just by one click. You can make it bold, for example, italic, underline. You can change the size from here. You can change the type of the font from here. You can't do anything. Now you can see I cannot see all the content of the cell. So in order to add all content of the cell in the just one cell, and you can't see it in the one cell, so you can just select the cell here and go to the home. We are now just in the home today. So just wrap text here. We'll wrap the text inside the cell, so you can find all the text inside the one cell. Or just Control Z to go back. You can just from here and just double click between the columns I and J, for example. Here just double click, you can find all the content, or just drag from here, resize the cell from here. Also, it is important, if you want to resize the cell, for example, you cannot do that from the cell itself, but you should go to the header of the column, for example, at the top of the column name here, I, so you can resize it horizontally. If you want to resize it vertically, you should also go to the column, not from here. Just go to the column and go to the row here, and you can resize it as well. Now here, if you just select that, we have alignment. So in Word we have just alignment horizontally, I mean like in the left or in the middle or in the right. but here we have also vertically as well. So just select that. Here I can make it in the middle horizontally, and from here I can make it vertically in the middle. If I just select that here, I can see here something called orientation. So on the orientation, you can just make it like this, for example. So change the orientation of the text or of all the cell in this way. For example, I need to merge cells. For example, here I can just select all those cells and I can add border just to make it more clear. So just select that and I can merge all those cells in the just one cell. I will try to convert all those cells to the just one cell. So just select anything you want, just select by the mouse click and select, drag the mouse, and then from here merge and center you can find the first thing we have, merge and center. So just select that. Now you can see we have just one cell. You can write anything inside the cell as just a one cell, or you can again from here Control and Z. For example, I will try to return back, Control and Z. Again, select that, and we have here, for example, I will write something, for example, Sama, in the one cell, and I can select that here. And the first one, I will make it just a cell, one cell, and center. So just select that, and the data will be in the center, Sama in the center now, right? But in the another type here, just the second one, merge across, just select that. Here also make a marriage, but not for all as just one cell, but here across just make we have just stay the line across here in the rows, not merge it. I have 1 row, 2, 3, 4, right? Just make it like this across. Here we have as well merge cell. It's exactly like merge and center, but just merge cells without center. So just merge all the cells, but not make the cell the content in the center here. And here the last one, unmerge cell. So return back to our cell unmerge, right? Now we have many cells here. This is for the merge cells. So I can easily here create, for example, like a header. So just select everything here, for example, and just merge from here, and I can add anything I want. For example, Excel 2019. So here I have just one cell. Select that, just one click. You can change the background color from here. You can add the border from here, just say all border, for example. I can change the font color to make it bold, white. Here you can resize, you can make it bold. You can change the type of this one of the font from here. You can make it like this. Now the alignment vertically, I can make it in the middle as well, like horizontally. So just like this, you can do anything you want. Now, in order to delete the content of the cell, we can delete the content of the cell or the cell itself. I mean what? For example, I want to delete the content of the cell. So just select the cell, and in the keyboard we have delete, press delete. Now here I just delete the data inside the cell, but the cell stay here, right? If I want to delete all the cell, just select the cell, right click, and we have delete, and here shift cell left or shift cell up as you want to, just okay. Now I delete all the cell and shift the cell other cells left. So you can delete anything. For example, I have many data here, anything. So I want to delete that, just the content of those cells. So just select everything here, and in the keyboard delete, just easy like this. Or you can just delete all the cells, same thing, just select those and right click and delete. Or just from here, same thing, select that and delete from here. Can delete the cells from here, and okay. Now if I try to create like a simple table, I can go to the next one, for example, next sheet. So I can create a simple table, like for example, we have number, we have name, we have for example marks, anything you want. Here I can add the number 1, 2, 3. I can add here a name, for example, Usama, Ahmad, Hassan, for example. Marks, for example, 60, 49, 80, or something like this. And here now I just make like a simple range. I can just select everything here to make it like a table. So first thing I can make it in the center, everything in the center. I can add the border, all borders around that, so it's look like a table. Select the header of the table like this. Can change the background color and change the or fill color and change the font color from here. You can make it bold. I think it's very easy to do that. So now I create like a simple table here. You can of course change the size, font size from here. So I make like a simple table here. Now I need to add the column, another column between number and name, for example. So here you can add it easily. Just go here. I need the table, the row, the column, sorry, after number, right? Between number and name, that means after number. So I should go to header because I need the column. I go to column name after number in the D column. So I go to E, just right click and insert. Now I add a column after number or between number and name. Now I need the column, other column, for example, between 2 and 3. Now sorry, not column, I need the row between 2 and 3 here. So it will be after 2, right? 2 in the 7, row 7. So I want to go here after 7 in the 8, right click, insert. So now I create a row between 2 and 3, right? Now to delete this column, same thing, just right click in the header should be go, just pay attention, you cannot just delete it here now. You can delete the cells here, but if you need to delete all column, just from here, from the header of the column, and then delete. Same thing here, you can go to the row, selected, right click, and delete the row from here. We can add a cell as well. So here, for example, I need to add a cell, just right click anywhere and insert. Now when I will add a cell, I should shift other cells. So I want to shift other cells to where? Down or right, for example, right. So just OK. Now I shift all the cells right and add a cell here. I can shift, now I can delete that. Just right click and delete. When I delete it, you can say shift the cell because I will delete one cell. So the other cells should be shifted in the left or in the up or where, for example, up. I say up. So just OK. So I delete that and shift the other one up. I can just Control Z again and right click and delete. I can say shift left. So just OK. Now it's return back because I shift just in the left. So when you add a cell, you should shift other cells like this here. Of course, here you can go to numbers. In the numbers, we can see anything about number. First thing we have general, for example. In general, so first thing you can just select that. You can see a dollar here. You can make it euro, for example. So add this as a currency here, euro. Or for example, you can select all those things and make it percentage. So I make it like percentage here. From here, I can add a comma. So I add a comma like this in English. Or you can, here if you just select that, increase decimal or decrease decimal. So here you can increase it or just decrease the decimal here. From here I can change it to the currency, to the number, to the date, time, for example. I can add a time. I can make it just a time, like a time shape or like a time format and so on. Of course, here in the cell we can add many types, like for example 1 and OS, for example. You can see the 1 now at the right side and the OS at the left side. So the number format in always in the right side, and the text in the left side. So we have many types of data we can add it in the cell. Go to delete, select delete. Now for example, I need to copy and paste the table, this one. So I can just select the table. From here, home and the clipboard, we have here copy, or just Control C to copy, or right click and copy, anything. But now just I want to copy that from here. So now I copy the table and I want to paste the table here. So I just select here and go to the paste. In the paste here, you can see many choices or many options. The first one is just paste the table with format, with the colors, with the background colors, fill colors, with the border and so on. Here just paste the formula, or paste paste the formula. I mean just paste the table without format. Here transpose, which means to convert the row to the column and the column to the row. Just by this here you can do that. So you can choose anything from here to paste the table. Now you can see it is selected. I want to deselect the table or just cancel any operation. Just escape or ESC in the keyboard to do that. Of course, I can as well do that to the cut. You can cut the table and then paste it here, for example. So just go to paste again and paste the table. I cut and just paste the table here. I can, for example, add something here, for example, number. So you can see number or number and name. You can see it is without format, I mean without color, without background color, without border or anything. So I need to copy just the format from here to those. So easily you can also do that with the clipboard. Just select that here. I want to copy the format of those, just the format, and then go here to the format painter, select that, and I want to paste the format here. So just select that again. Now I copy the format from here and paste it here. So now I almost explained everything from here, I think. All those things until number. And in the future we'll explain everything. In the next lectures we'll be explain everything about those as well. So I hope you understand that. Thank you very much.